And all of you, participant of English Club to 20 and 40. Before we start, let's express our gratitude of Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for His grace and blessing and enable to gather here today in good health to attend into 2024 English Club TOEFL training. My blessing and peace be upon beloved Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam for his family, his companion, and followers, including us. May we all receive his ingredient on the day and the judgment. Amen. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce myself. My name is Edi Suryanto, as the master of ceremony to be guide you in this event. Today, Universitas Negeri Semarang present the 2024 English Club event. Before we continue with our session for today, let me to read some agenda. The first is opening. The second is singing national anthem Indonesia Raya. The third is speech. And the fourth is token appreciation. And the five is closing. So, ladies and gentlemen, to start our agenda for today, let's say Bismillah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. And the next session, we will sing the national anthem Indonesia Raya. Audience, please rise. Hiduplah tanahku, hiduplah negeriku, bangsaku, semuanya. Bangunlah jiwanya, bangunlah hatinya untuk Indonesia. Indonesia merdeka, merdeka, tanahku, negeriku yang puji. Indonesia merdeka, merdeka, all of understanding can to be sit down. The next session is speech. We kindly invite to Mr. Jarod Triwibowo Santoso, SPD MPD, as coordinator of Economic Education Program to give speech. But because Mr. Jarod not available, so we please Ms. Luciana who would you to give the speech and open this event. To Ms. Luciana, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, MC. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The Honorable, the Coordinator of Study Program, Dr. Jarotri Bowo Santoso, which is unavailable today, and also the lecturer and the committee, Mas Arif, Mas Nuha, and also Mas Edi, Mas Putra, and also the committee there outside. There are Mbak Dian, Mas Dani, and many more. And also the participants who come in this hall from economic education, office administration education, and also accounting education, and also who join via Zoom online ya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Okay, how are you today? Yes. We should be grateful that today in this Saturday morning, yeah, actually this weekend, yeah, you're supposed to be in your boarding house. Maybe you can have fun lying on the bed, but for now, you chose the best program. It is English Club. So I guess I would like to say congratulations because you are. Okay, boys and girls. So, firstly, I would like to describe this program as the PIC. I would like to say that this program is a routine program held by our beloved study programs. So, this for training. The target is for students, especially new students, first or third semester students, and for this program, it is very useful for you because we realize, yeah. Oh, anyway, Miss Indah is coming. Welcome to the Faculty of Economics and Business, Miss Indah. And also Division. Welcome. We apologize to open this earlier. It's okay, yeah. All right. Okay. Once again, thank you, Miss Indah, for your your time coming to this program. Okay, and it is also a special program because for this year in 2024, we have a lot of registrants, about maybe almost 300, right, Mr. Nuha, about the participants. So it is like a good start for us to start this program. And because English is not just a moment and then you leave, so that's why it is training. And for the offline, it is hard only today. I mean, some of you come to this hall offline only today, but for the next stage, trainings and also evaluation will be conducted online. So I guess it's kind of flexible, not only for the committee, but also for the participants. So I do expect you enjoy today's program. Please be focused. Do focus on the materials which will be delivered by Miss Indah. And also, if you have questions later, don't hesitate to discuss with us with Miss Indah especially, because Miss Indah is an awesome speaker. She is from Liang's language program, yeah. So I guess that you are all familiar with Liang's language academy. It is like a good institution to teach, to discuss about language. So I guess it is like a golden moment for all of us to upgrade the skills of English. So I think that's all. I thank you once again for your coming. And because Mr. Gerard said to me that he could not come, so let's start this program by reciting Tasmiyah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Miss Anna, for the speech. Let's move on. The next session is token appreciation. We kindly invite to our great speaker, Miss Indah Sugesiningrum, to receive the souvenir from us, which will be presented by Mrs. Luciana and team. So the next session is take a picture together. Please, all of students, you can stand up, and all of the commit, you can stand up in front of the MMP, and then we will to take picture together. You can stand up. Okay, stand up. Okay, do you read that? Okay. Thank you for everything and Miss Indah and all of your students. Well, let's move at the last session is closing for me. Apology before I close, apologize me if as master of ceremony I have a mistake during open this event, and I will close. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, for the next session, I'll deliver by Miss Luciana. Oh, Miss Indah. And the next session will deliver by Miss Indah. And all of you get the paper test, right? Yes? Okay. If yes, for Miss Indah, the floor is yours.
Ini kita nggak make sure yang di Zoom bisa. Di make sure kan? Ini kamu make sure nggak kalau bisa? Nggak sini ya? Nggak di sini?
Hanya satu file aja nih. Gimana?
Ini mereka tahu nggak? what is that? I have. If you ask me
Iya,
to
ini kan
my
rekam.
experience, I
Nah,
have
kita
dua
lagi
anak, as
tampil
already
nih.
said, I work for LIA. I
Apa
have
kayak
been a
mungkin?
teacher there since
Ini kan udah tampil.
2001. Were you born at
Ini
that
tuh
time?
udah.
Not yet, yeah. Okay. Nah, because I need you to
Ini udah dengan
pay
mereka.
attention, so every time I say class, you need to say yes, yeah.
Belum masuk.
Class. I think some of you are still here. Class. Very good. Okay. So before we go on, I would like to ask you about how many of you that know about TOEFL. Raise your hand. Who knows about TOEFL? Ada yang pernah tahu what TOEFL is? Because you know what, I want to tell you my experience, yeah. Being like more than 20 years in that institution, sometimes I got shocked. I have night classes, with TOEFL classes, and some of my students were like complaining after the class. The class was over at 9 p.m. and then one of them came to me. Miss, ini kelas TOEFL. Yeah. So why did you take TOEFL? You know, in my institution, the students come from any background, right? And then when I asked her, because she felt like unhappy from my class, and then I asked her, so did you plan to take TOEFL class? Why did you take TOEFL class? And she said, Miss, saya pilih TOEFL itu karena kalau employer itu yang paling mahal nih di antara berbagai macam program at LIA. TOEFL yang paling mahal, makanya saya ambil TOEFL. Okay, so can you tell me your purpose? Why did you take this program? Anu Miss, saya kan mau kerja seperti Miss. Lalu saya ketemu sama ini jurusan bisnis. Nah, so that person came to the wrong room, to the wrong program. Nah, that's why I want to ask you. Everybody was excited to know about TOEFL. Nah, my question is, what is TOEFL? Can somebody raise their hand? Ada yang tahu? Anyone? Nobody raise their hand? Oh, tidak ada yang tahu TOEFL itu apa?
Benar, kata Ikimis kan ini itu nggak bisa sampai
Okay. Right.
kan
TOEFL
audio
is
pakai sama
test of English as foreign language. So, last class.
ini pakai nah
Okay, so now Evaluate will measure your English competence in listening, in reading, and in writing. Actually, also in speaking. Kita nanti bicara identitas juga ya. Oke. Last class. Next. This is not used for our students from our countries. Who want to go to America? Jawabnya tidak. Not all people who want to go to university in America should submit atau membawakan sertifikat. No, because Indonesia first, as you know, we are in expanding circle. Okay, so look at this one. I have a diagram about people who, need to use TOEFL. English basically is in some countries. I mean, it is not spoken in Indonesia. It is in inner circle. Mungkin inner circle negara yang menggunakan bahasa Inggris sebagai daily life. Maybe like America, Canada, even Canada, it is mixed. I don't know, French and English. Yeah. Okay. Right. How about our location? Indonesia is in expanding circle. Jadi, if we say, my English is a little sih, I can, maka itu tidak terstandar. Kita dipertanyakan kalau mau masuk ke sana untuk belajar. But first, look, it is going to be different for people who use English as part, bukan main language ya, part of their language. For example, some countries in Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, I think they have their own native language. Mereka punya bahasa nasional mereka sendiri, for example, Tagalog for Philippines, and they use English also in daily life. But first, for them, people who live in outer circle, India juga termasuk ya, they use English as part of their life. So besides using their own language, their national language, they also switch to English easily. For example, andai saja kita ada di outer circle, outer circle country, we are going to switch Indonesia and English easily. For example, like, Pak Project, I want to pulang. Switch Indonesian and English. Itu bisa tidak terjadi di sini saat ini. Hey, are you sure? Are you sure? You talk to Pak Mas Bakal Cilok? Mas, I want to pay. Do you think that the person understands? No, because English for us is not second language. So the difference between second language and foreign language is, untuk kita Indonesia di outer circle, expanding circle, bahasa Inggris masih sebagai apa tadi? Foreign language, sebagai bahasa asing, because we use English only in a certain time, certain place, with certain people. Kita tidak bisa menggunakan bahasa Inggris dengan siapapun, dimanapun, kapanpun seenak kita, right? Because we are in expanding circle, but in outer circle they will switch. Yeah, you can imagine Ipin Upin, you switch Malay to English easily, right? Okay, so first class, this is based on my experience. Menggunakan pengalaman saya, I would like to share about the okay, so this one, TOEFL is used as a ticket for people, again, who want to study the education overseas, especially the country that I mentioned before, right? But nowadays, the use of TOEFL is growing. Penggunaan TOEFL sekarang meluas, tidak hanya untuk lanjut sekolah luar negeri. Even now, you want to continue your program from undergraduate program, undergraduate itu S1, you want to continue to postgraduate program S2, you need to submit
TOEFL certificate in local universities. Jadi tidak harus ke Amerika. Miss, mau ambil S2 di sini, Miss, pakai TOEFL. Next, you are going to graduate. Syarat wisuda. I don't know with UNES, ya. I don't know with UNES, but my students who come from other universities, kampus sebelah sana, itu merupakan persyaratan mutlak. So, before they graduate, sebelum ujian skripsi, mereka sudah dibilang, aduh, aku harus cari sertifikat TOEFL untuk syarat lulus. That is for point number 2. Ya, oke. Last class. Not only that, some state-owned company, BUMN, some government bodies, ya, pemerintahan juga, kementerian juga, they use TOEFL certificate as the requirements, persyaratan to apply for a job, untuk melamar pekerjaan. Kementerian sekarang dibuka, kalau misalnya buka websitenya, mereka mensyaratkan TOEFL certificate with certain point. Minimal score sekian. Makanya I always told my students who will graduate, kamu kalau mau sudah, tolong lengkapi. Kalau mau jadi ASN, PNS, BUMN, whatever, satu. Kalau zaman dulu ada yang namanya SKCK, surat keterangan berkelakuan cukup baik, something like that, kartu kuning, dokumentasi dokumen tersebut sangat penting ya. And TOEFL, I always suggest dimiliki segera. Why? One, cari tes tempat TOEFL tidak gampang. Aku tulis institusi itu, Miss. Aku mau daftar sampai sana penuh karena tanggalnya tidak setiap saat ada. Right? Begitu ada, sudah diserbu oleh mungkin kampus lain. Number 2, penyelenggaranya mungkin sebulan sekali, institusinya tidak banyak. And then the next one is begitu dapat jatah tes, dapat seat, sertifikat, jadinya kapan? A week after that. Aduh, keburu pendaftaran sudah ditutup. Kemarin my students who graduated from FH Undip ini, international program, dia di Jakarta, Miss, ada 2, Miss. Ada Kemenq, ada Kemenlu, Miss. Aku bingung, Miss, ini gimana, Miss? Untuk di Jakarta, banyak what is that? Institutions that provide the TOEFL test. Banyak sekali institusi penyelenggara tes TOEFL yang available kalau di Jakarta. Jadi langsung dia kamu tes berapa hari langsung minta selesai biar bisa disubmit. Itu kok keluar nilainya, Miss, kurang dikit, Miss, dari target. Lah gimana, harus bikin aja. Minimal skor 550, skor tuh 550, Miss Mepet. Ya, ditambah dengan bismillah. Right? Okay, last class. The next one, besides many government bodies, state-owned companies, and some other institutions or companies, there are also, what do you call? They use TOEFL scores as the decision-making tool. This is like for job promotion class, untuk promosi jabatan, untuk kenaikan jabatan. One day I had a student from in my institution. She worked already for Bank BRI. Sudah kerja di Bank BRI. She lived in Larry, if you know Larry. Ada yang dari Larry? Tidak ada. Oke, Larry Kendal. Perjalanan di sini mungkin 1,5 jam. And the class started at 7 and finished at 9. Jadi setiap minggu 2 kali beliau dari Larry Semarang hanya untuk mengikuti tes bukan tes TOEFL, les TOEFL. And then I said, kamu kenapa? Sudah ada keluarga, pekerjaan sudah ada, kok masih capek-capek bolak-balik Semarang Larry. What is it for? Miss, tahu nggak, Miss? Pekerjaan saya itu pekerjaan paling berisiko. Apa? Saya detailer, Miss. Nah, masalahnya adalah every time the office hours is over, like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, kayaknya ditutup ya, Miss. Rolling door-nya udah ditutup ya, Miss. Ada satpam di luar. But actually our job is benar pikir, Miss. Uangnya dihitung, dicocokkan dengan yang ada di layar. Nah, kok ternyata kok geser, selisih 0,1 masih oke ya, 1.000 harus ganti dia 10.000 oke. Tapi kalau lama-lama kok tekor tiap hari angkanya makin besar nolnya. Mungkin karena ketidaktelitian, ada teman satu tim yang curang atau apa, nah itu pekerjaan berisiko, Miss. I don't want to be here forever. So I want to go to people behind the screen, behind the wall, ya kan, yang di belakang layar itu banyak sekali karyawan BRI juga, tapi levelnya sudah higher. Nah, untuk ke situ syaratnya harus submit TOEFL certificate. Berarti memang dia tidak hanya untuk academic purposes, tidak hanya untuk scholarship, but also for job promotion, ya. Oke, and kelas baru semester 1 kan? I would like you to prepare your TOEFL from now, because when you are on the wait a minute, semester ya, 4 or 5 or 6 semester, you should know ada program dari Kementerian Dikti namanya ISMA. Pernah dengar? Ya, ISMA itu give opportunities for students to go overseas for about 1 semester, I guess, 6 months, and everything is provided. It is funded by the kementerian, jadi dibiayai semuanya, pesawatnya, cost of living-nya. Paling kita cuma menyiapkan dokumennya saja. Some of my students are already there. Saya cuma lihatnya room tour-nya dia. Sekarang ada yang berangkat di Kanada, sama ada yang di Norwegia, pamer daunnya yang bentuk Kanada. Saya sendiri belum pernah ke sana. So, class, it can be prepared from now. Semester, kalau nggak salah nanti you Google ya, you browse this. 4, 5, I don't know. Nah, persyaratannya apa? TOEFL. To check whether you will have no problem to understand the materials given during lecturing there. Okay? Class. The use of TOEFL is really getting wider now besides this one. Sebentar, sudah. Oh iya, scholarship. Applying for a scholarship. Ya, beasiswa. Apply beasiswa juga harus pakai itu. Mungkin I have a daughter now who is on the 8th grade. Maybe in the future kan penggunaannya makin meluas tuh. Lamar pekerjaan, naik jabatan dan seterusnya. Mungkin saya akan set the requirements. Nanti kalau anak saya suatu ketika ada yang mau dating dia, TOEFL-nya berapa gitu ya. Penggunaannya meluas, right? Okay, so class. Let's go on to the next one. Maybe some of you have questions about 3 hal ini. One TOEFL, one TOEIC, one is IELTS. As I have already told you, TOEFL for academic purposes at the beginning, but now the function is getting wider, ya, and spreading, meluas sekali. And then the second one is TOEIC. Jadi maksudnya apa? Biar Anda kalau misalnya dapat promosi tawaran, kamu tuh les ini, kamu itu les ini, atau persyaratannya kok ada TOEFL, ada TOEIC, ada IELTS, you should know, ya. What about TOEIC, Miss? TOEIC is test of English for international communication. Class. TOEFL and TOEIC are produced or published by the same institution, namanya ETS dari Amerika, ya, ETS, English Testing Service, publisher certificate-nya itu yang menerbitkan sertifikat dari ETS, produknya ETS. Nah, how to function? TOEIC is used for people who want to work, untuk bekerja ke bidang tertentu. For example, here in Indonesia we have BUMN yang keren. Oke, apa ya? Oh, I know, mining, pertambangan, Pertamina. Nah, ini Pertaminanya Amerika, for example. Wah, pertambangan di sana gimana? So, the requirement will be TOEIC. It is only for people who want to work in certain field, ya. Kenapa Miss pakainya TOEIC? Because it is going to make sure that the people can communicate with other colleagues. Okay? Of course, the difference is bedanya selain tadi fungsinya ya, satu akademik, satu work, bedanya ada di jenis tesnya, durasi waktunya, formulasi soalnya, dan skornya juga tentunya berbeda, right? That is TOEIC, and the next one we have IELTS. How about IELTS, Miss? Udah kenal dengan TOEIC dan IELTS yang satu pabrik, and now we will have IELTS. IELTS is International English Language Testing System. Ini kalau saya mensimplify, saya menyederhanakan, ini bukan buatan ITS yang kiblatnya Amerika, tapi this is from UK. If you want to continue your study to Commonwealth countries, negara persemakmuran Inggris, semacam ada Australia, ada New Zealand, ada Singapore, you will, tetangga-tetangga di sekitarnya England, the requirement will be IELTS. Jadi kelihatan bedanya ya, satu kiblatnya Amerika, satu ke Inggris. Jadi later for the test itself, the material is going to be different because in IELTS you are going to have like British accent for the listening. So a bottle of water. Hello. Oke, so itu yang Britishan ya si IELTS. Nah, pas. But nowadays some universities are quite open. They accept both. So you may submit certificates from TOEFL certificate with this score, or you can also submit the IELTS certificate, but the score should be like this. Jadi ada ada pilihan. You have options. Boleh sertifikat nilai sekian atau IELTS nilainya minimal sekian. I'm going to show you the TOEFL itself, ya, Miss. Lah, TOEFL, Miss. There are 3 kinds of how the test is conducted. Ada 3 jenis pelaksanaan tes TOEFL itu sendiri. Ada yang PBT, CBT, dan IBT. PBT means paper base. Paper base itu yang kalau kita bilang manual. You come to a room, you get a booklet, and then you do it. Everything is manually. Yeah, it was really popular, but pihak ITS perlahan-lahan mengurangi bentuk tes PBT and will reduce that, and then switch totally into IBT TOEFL test. Kedepannya akan berupa IBT TOEFL. CBT is not really popular, tapi pernah ada computer based test, so it means you are going to enter a room and everything is done by computerized, ya, klik. Tapi kayaknya di situ tidak populer karena sering ada oglangan, pemadaman. Halo, sekarang sering ya, ada listrik mati, wifi nggak connect dan seterusnya ya. So they provide TOEFL IBT. What are the differences, Miss? The differences are one, of course, technically, secara teknis beda ya. Karena kan kalau PBT manual kita tinggal bawa badan saja, okay? And then the second one is the composition or the combination of the questions. Karena kalau di PBT ada listening, factor, dan reading. Sementara di tes yang lain ada melibatkan writing-nya, ada melibatkan speaking-nya, right? And then the durasinya juga berbeda. But we are going to focus on the PBT. Kenalannya dengan yang PBT dulu ya. Okay, next. Class. How about the scoring? How about the scoring of those tests that we have already discussed? Ya, TOEFL PBT itu class. When you do the test, aku tuh nggak belajar, nggak bisa, TOEFL tuh nggak tahu itu apa, tiba-tiba disuruh tes. Nilainya perlu ngapus loh. Nilainya 300, right? It is possible ada upah nulisnya, right? So don't be happy if your score is 300 without studying, but it is very, very low class because the standard for kampus sebelah sana class for social program, terutama untuk yang calon wisudawan ya, so it means on the last semester. Untuk social program, the minimum TOEFL score should be 450. For engineering or science, 500. Untuk yang teknik-teknik agak lebih tinggi, science, eksakta 500. And then for medical, kedokteran, syaratnya 550 untuk yang mau sudah. But yesterday dari Kementerian Luar Negeri dan Kementerian Keuangan mensyaratkannya 550, which is I said tinggi ya 550. It's quite very high, but 450 for 450 I guess it is feasible. Mungkin saya nggak mengatakan mudah ya, mungkin dicapai. 500 harus kerja keras, 550 ekstra lebih keras lagi, tapi bisa ya. 550 for Kementerian Kemenlu dan Kemenq. Next, that is for the TOEFL PBT, and then TOEFL CBT has range skornya is a little bit smaller, cuman 300 itu yang tertinggi, sorry kelas. Kalau PBT tertingginya 677 itu yang sempurna, and then IBT you can see that. So class when you want to apply for, nah ini penting, you want to apply for a job or maybe you want to enroll a university, mau daftar kampus atau mau apply for a job, harus tahu nilai minimalnya dan sertifikat apa yang diminta. For example, harus 275. Wah, 275. Aku merem. Tapi yang diminta CBT, for example. Setengah mati. Ya, guys, itu setara dengan 600 sekian untuk PBT-nya. Okay, but you should know that. My friend from, bukan my friend, my colleague graduated from English Department UNES, kemudian S2-nya ke UNES juga. She really wanted to go to continue to study to S3. Dia pengen sekali S3 ke Australia. Aduh, syaratnya TOEFL. Maaf ya, guru bahasa Inggris. Gurunya guru, ibaratnya ya, kalau dia mengajarnya kan sudah bahasa Inggris. Sudah expert sekali, but ternyata waktu tes TOEFL juga didn't meet her target. Pengennya ke Australia, meleset nilainya, dia harusnya 7,5, dia dapatnya 7. Berarti kebayangkan seperti apa susahnya. Kebayangkan siapa kemarin dari NUS sama NTU nilainya 8, itu berarti seperti apa canggihnya. Nah, my friend akhirnya tidak bisa masuk ke Australia, tapi diarahkan ke New Zealand. Ranknya di bawahnya Australia. Right? Okay, so class, let's go to the PBT TOEFL test. Nah, PBT ini paper based test itu yang diteskan apa saja. We are going to find 3 things that will be tested. 1, listening comprehension, structure, and reading. Class. Sorry, sebelum kita kesini mungkin saya mau inform you something, karena nowadays Anda tidak boleh gagap informasi. What I mean by gagap informasi is this one. Tadi tesnya sudah ya, sertifikatnya, TOEFL skornya sudah. How about ini Anda harus paham. The institutions that publish or issue the TOEFL certificate. Tadi saya bilang TOEFL bikinan mana, Mas? TOEFL bikinan mana? ITS, very good. Nah, yang menyimak hanya Bapak dulunya. Oke, dari ITS, Mas. Jadi begini, nowadays there are a lot of institutions around us yang juga offer students to take the TOEFL test dengan biaya yang sangat murah. Like my son, my first child itu sekarang di IPB di semester akhir, dia chat, "Mah, ada TOEFL test. Bayarnya cuma 70.000. Tesnya gratis. Tesnya online, gratis. And then udah keluar skor, we can order the certificate. Baru kita bisa pesen sertifikatnya untuk dapat hard copy-nya. Itu bayarnya 70.000. I said like, no, what for? Buat apa? 70.000 itu dari mana? Lembaganya dari mana? Siapa dia yang menerbitkan sertifikat itu? Dari Kediri. If you know Kediri, ada kampung Inggris di sana. Banyak sekali lembaga institusi. bahasa Inggris yang juga menerbitkan TOEFL Certificate Class. Nah, you should know. Sebentar, saya jangan anti dulu. What I mean is this one. Jika what you need is certificate from reputable company for pursuing your study in international universities, tentunya sertifikat yang dari lembaga kecil tidak dikenali, tidak di-recognize. So you cannot use that certificate. Ya, tapi kan murah. Justru saya mau bilang, tes TOEFL loh, Miss. Tesnya harganya 650. Oh ya, oke. Ada beberapa institusi yang dia dapat license dari ITS-nya untuk penyelenggaraan tes jarak jauh semacam itu. Jadi tidak harus ke Amerikanya langsung. Jadi ada beberapa institusi yang terbuat license or accredited to publish that certificate ya. Jadi nanti kalau Anda mau lanjut atau mau wisuda atau apa, dilihat dulu syaratnya dari mana ini sertifikatnya yang dibutuhkan. Aku sudah punya nih nilainya dulu when I was sekarang mungkin nggak begitu tenar ya. Ada website namanya Kaskus, zaman kita ya Pak. Di Kaskus itu kelas ada yang namanya forum jual beli, forum Inggris, cooking dan seterusnya. Itu ada yang menyediakan jasa sedia TOEFL sertifikat. Silakan sebutkan skor yang diminta, silakan sebutkan institusi yang Anda minta. Mau yang terbitan mana, guys? Mau LIA, mau IF, mau BBC, mau CLT, mau mana saja tinggal sebutkan. Skornya juga rahasia dijamin. Silakan order. Bisa. Kalau saya mikir sih, oh yang kayak gitu namanya dia punya usaha percetakan. Dia nggak? Dia punya usaha percetakan dong, sablon. Dia bisa mencetak apapun yang kita inginkan. But jangan sia-siakan kesempatan yang ada di depan Anda ketika, for example, it happens also. Pertamina suatu ketika mengadakan open job vacancy. Persyaratannya dengan minimum TOEFL tertentu ya. Saya lupa ada berapa gitu nilainya, skornya. 500 mungkin atau 450. Applicants-nya banyak. Disaring. Akhirnya the last people who pass the selection, orang-orang yang terseleksi tadi, endingnya apa? Dikirim ke lembaga bahasa untuk dites on the spot beneran. Saya yang ngetes waktu itu. Sayang ya kalau misalnya tadi pakainya sertifikat yang abal-abal, ya kan? Ternyata sekarang tes beneran nih, mau nggak mau akan kelihatan kemampuan kita, right? So kehilangan event itu kalau memang Anda pakainya jalan pintas, right? Kelas. Next, masih di sini, masih di yang tadi PBT. Miss, berarti tipsnya untuk mengerjakan TOEFL test itu sebenarnya apa? Satu, I want you to focus on the time management. Coba Anda perhatikan. Listening. How long is it? How long is the duration, Mas? 35 menit. Bayangkan ya. You come to a test center, okay? You take your seat, you are ready with everything. Sudah nulis nama, sudah nulis apa segala macam, but aku duduknya paling depan, dekat dengan speaker. Cari posisi yang PW gitu ya, biar dengarnya jelas. Asumsi kita, fokus. What does human mean? Kita jawab. But suddenly, sebelah sana, sebelah sana batuk, sebelah sana pensilnya jatuh. Ada yang buka pintu gebrak, konsentrasi hilang. So I would say when you do this test, you have to be very konsen ya, full of attention, right? Okay, that is listening. Sudah full attention, Miss, pokoknya tegang, nggak boleh terlewatkan. And then the next part is going to be structure class. Berapa soal? 40. Sorry, untuk yang listening, there is no repetition, tidak ada pengulangan. Jadi audio diputar sekali, tidak ada tape script, cuman dengar toh. harus mengerjakan dalam waktu 35 menit 50 soal. So, sangat menegangkan buat saya, ya. And then the next one is structure. 40 soal 25 menit, kelas. So, kelas, I would say, kalau saya di kelas, saya mengatakan begini, 10 soal 6 menit, saya kasih timer. 10 soal 6 menit. Miss, kalau kamu soal 5, oke, 5 soal 3 menit. Jadi, you have to think very, what is it? You think really hard for that, ya. And then, listening sudah separuh, structure juga, ya kan? Mikir-mikir tadi apa ya? Past tense, apa future, apa perfect, ya kan? And then the next one, you will have reading. The reading you take hampir 1 jam, kelas 55 menit, soalnya 50. Itu untuk some people, they are going to do the stretching. Capek, sudah tegang-tegang, ini kita tidak dikejar waktu 1 jam. But kelas justru from my experience, kalau saya mengkoreksi kerjaan siswa pas tes, baik mid test, final test atau real test, ya, justru dari 3 kolom, 3 section ini, listening, and structure, and reading, justru poin yang kontribusinya paling besar dalam nilai TOEFL tes mereka adalah bagian reading. Kenapa reading? Reading di UI enggak perlu belajar. Perlu belajar nggak sih kalau reading? Enggak kan? Malam ini kita belajar teks tentang dolphin, belajar vocabnya. And then the next day, are you going to have the same text on the test? Tidak. Tesnya sudah soalnya beda lagi, right? Oke, itu reading. But class, jadi strukturnya apa nih? Coba dihitung. 35 tambah 25 tambah 55. 115 menit. Nyaris 2 jam. Duduk, makan seperti ini. What do you think? Capek ya? Jadi kalau saya mengatakan, actually, taking TOEFL test is not only about being ready with the materials, but also your stamina plus your endurance. Tesnya 2 jam, kalau bagian reading sudah melopro. Sayang itu kalau melopro karena the reading part itu paling gampang, ya kan? Tapi pas kita lagi capek, harus stay alert. Karena itu yang nanti akan jadi tangan penolong kita untuk meningkatkan TOEFL score. Ya, jadi saran saya, dan you do the TOEFL test malamnya jangan begadang. You need to prepare your stamina so the next day you are fresh and ready for the test. Okay, class. The next one we will have CBT, but because it's not popular everywhere, so we just skip the CBT, sorry, computerized based, and we will go to the last one is IBT, TOEFL test. Di TOEFL IBT ini ada speakingnya juga, ya. Akan dites speakingnya juga. Jadi Anda akan diwawancara, akan ada sesi tanya jawabnya yang lumayan kalau misalnya tidak praktis sebelumnya. Total waktu kelas ini saya sendiri belum pernah take this kind of test, but it's going to take like 4 hours. Kebayang ya kalau tesnya 4 jam seperti apa, right? Okay, but class. What I am wondering is this one. Saya bertanya-tanya begini. I had students who were on the 12th grade of SMA sekian tahun yang lalu ya. Mereka berdua kelas 12 di kelas saya, kelas liar reguler, and then they continue their study to universities. Satu ke Undip, satu ke UGM. After they finish, like 4 years later, they came back to Semarang karena hasilnya Semarang. Dia bilang, Miss, meet up yuk, meet up apaan? Cuti apaan? Mau belajar TOEFL sama Miss Indah. They study TOEFL with me, but they didn't tell me the purpose. Memang belajar TOEFL mau apa? Rahasia nih, tahu-tahu several months later itu cowok cewek, tapi they are best friends. Tahu-tahu si cowoknya sudah say hi dengan mengirimkan gambar cherry blossom. Miss, now I am in Korea. Hi, I'm in Dongbu University. Itu tahun 2012 sebelum K-pop menjalar. Orang-orang kayak SNSD semua, Miss. Wajahnya. Cuman yang ayam boundary what ayam boundary is this one. Korea Selatan itu memakai total persyaratannya. Tak lama kemudian 3 months later, the girl itu juga menghubungi saya, Miss, now I am also in Dongguk University in Korea. Jadi modelnya begini, guys. Maybe this is not like what we have here in Indonesia, but begini. Si cowok namanya Sonang. Miss, in my university it is good, Miss, because every time I have consultation with my lecturer, we are not doing that in my business. We go to Pak, nggak tahu ya, mungkin bapak-bapak dosen di sini bisa ditiru. Jadi kalau konsultasi skripsi itu mau di kafe, di club gitu. And then ternyata si cowok ini bisa mendapatkan reference from a certain professor there untuk best friend-nya yang cewek tadi, yang di Indonesia tadi. Terus akhirnya dari reference letter itu bisa digunakan untuk go to that university for scholarship. Jadi dua-duanya scholarship, Pak. Sekarang si ceweknya Mbak Dian jadi dosen arsitektur di Monika, yang senangnya di Polines something di Jawa Barat. Saya lost contact. Itu satu. Another one. Kita lanjut aja dulu, Mas. Nanti saya cerita lagi ya about my success students ya. Next, IDP. Sudah, and then you go to. Nah, sekarang begini, kalau listening itu kayak apa sih, Miss? Di listen to song ya, Miss? This can help you to improve your listening, betul. Tapi listening modelnya semacam apa, Miss? Listeningnya seperti ini, Mas. For example ya, in my class, kalau saya di kelas, ada 20 student semua kelas. Hey, class, this is Saturday, right? Saturday. So it is weekend, right? How about this evening, tonight? Do you have any plan? Oh yes, okay, what is your plan? Do you have a date tonight? Okay, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a girlfriend? Aduh, itu kalau di kelas mereka tidak sespontan ini. Kalau mereka ditanya, do you have a boyfriend? Miss, gimana, Miss? Kalau aku bilang no, kelihatan kok yes. Kalau aku bilang yes, nanti mati penasaran, Miss. Aku kan mau gebetin itu. Nah, itu salahnya karena tidak kenal TOEFL. Kok bisa, Miss? Kok bisa? Because kalau kenal TOEFL listening, maka akan punya jawaban seperti ini. Stop, ya. Oke, solusinya bagaimana? Harus taktikal. Kalau saya tanya, kan saya tidak punya power. Kenapa tadi Anda bilang no? Emangnya I am a judge, I am a police that will do an investigation. Enggak kan? Kenapa jujur sekali bilang no? Saya siapa? Ya kan? I'm just a guest here. Tapi Anda jujur sekali. Thank you. So do you have a boyfriend? No. Do you have a boyfriend? Yes. Bingung jawabnya kan? So you can try this answer. Harus bilangnya begini. Yes, I did, but I don't. Atau, yes, I don't, but I did. Maka pendengarnya akan mengatakan, what does the woman mean? Maksudnya apa ya? Jadi in TOEFL itu harus pintar-pintar kita meng-analyze the person's answer. Jika seseorang ditanya, Mas, do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a girlfriend? Jawab itu dong. Yes, I did, but I don't. Berarti artinya apa? Punya sih. Sekarang tidak. Kan enggak jujur menjawab, I don't. Kan enggak gitu. Do you have a boyfriend? I didn't, but I don't. Saya mikir, oh ya, what does the man mean? Gitu. Well, seperti itu, kelas. Atau mungkin sebaliknya, do you have a boyfriend? I don't, but I did, and I will. Nah, itu orang yang positif, ya, optimis, right? Nggak punya sih saat ini, no I don't. Tapi pernah punya. Tapi besok pasti punya. Right, itu jawaban TOEFL. Tidak seperti Anda. Do you have a boyfriend? No. Do you have a girlfriend? No. Kelihatannya, Miss. Jadi besok lagi jawabannya harus bersayap, ya. Biar nanti orang terus mikir, what does the woman mean? Gitu ya. Okay, so class. Yeah, so this is an important point in TOEFL. Not everything will be stated as it is. Tidak diutarakan seperti apa adanya, tapi akan membuat kita berpikir, what does the woman mean, right? For example, kita coba yuk, kalau listening itu gimana, Miss? Kalau listening, Miss? Listening, class, I would like you to see the copy that you have on your first cover of your copy that you got. Dapat fotokopiannya. Please pay attention on that first page. Halaman pertama saja, halaman pertama, right? So you are going to have, jangan khawatir itu bukan soal. Halaman pertama bukan soal. Ya. Okay. For example, this one. Aduh, aku tes listening. Di bagian listening aku paling parah nih, listening aku paling nggak bisa nih, udah pakai kata gede bisa tetap nggak bisa nih listening ya. Oke, 1 point, listening itu tidak bisa belajar instan, kelas. So you need to make English as your habit. Jadi saran saya selalu banyak-banyaklah nonton Netflix. Oke, first satu dalam jangan yang Korea ya. Oke, yang produksi Hollywood aja. Oke. Subtitle masih bahasa Indonesia itu oke. For you to enjoy the movie, for you to understand the context. Udah paham nih, udah paham. Sorry-nya Titanic gitu ya. Terus diulang lagi. You play the same movie. Kalau saya tidak suka movie, saya sukanya yang series karena pendek ya. And you watch that seri again, tapi kali ini ganti subtitlenya bahasa Indonesia. Jadi ketika aktornya bilang, you jump, I jump, remember? Kita bisa menirukan, ya. And then the next one, you play the movie for the third time without the subtitle. Aku paham ya. Di sini dia bilang gini, Jack, I want you to draw me wearing this. Wearing only this. Nggak ada yang tahu sini itu ya. Oke, bagus. Kembali ke paper yang tadi. Miss, jadi kalau ngerjain TOEFL, bagian listening gimana, Miss? What I want to tell you is one, jangan panikkan, jangan gampang panik, because dan duduknya paling depan, siap, pokoknya everybody silent, handphone sudah silent juga, oke, biasanya diminta untuk ya silent sih, airplane mode. Kemudian Anda belum siap, dia masih meraut pensil. Tiba-tiba audio sudah diputar. TOEFL test. In this part of the test, you will be measured your ability in English, misalnya. Belum siap. Jangan panik, because the beginning of the test is only going to be about the direction. Ya, boleh diperhatikan di atas tuh. TOEFL test itu akan direction atau apa direction? How to do the test. Instruksi. Dan itu satu lembar sendiri. Ada example. In this part of the test, you will hear bla bla bla. Itu masih direction. Panjang sekali. Jadi, kalau itu belum masuk soal, don't worry. Anda jangan panik. Kan kadang-kadang ada yang kurang siap ya. Next. In that part, sometimes, kok suaranya kok agak ekonya tebel, bassnya kok gede sekali. You can tell the examiner atau kita menyebutnya proctor to arrange. Tolong dong, bisa minta tolong excuse me. Bisa, selama itu masih direction, masih instruction, ya. But when it comes to the questions, tidak bisa. Sudah go on, ya. Okay, first. How about the materials of listening, Miss? Listening itu yang dibahas apa? Karena asumsinya adalah tes TOEFL diperuntukkan untuk orang-orang non-Amerika, sebut aja Amerika ya, seperti kita, it means, bayangkan, kita adalah migrant people who land in America